Good morning, evening, and welcome. oh, we didn't even make it one sentence. This bodes well. this bodes real well. Uh, um, what was it? What was I even doing? I just disabled my brain. It was something. Right, I'm starting this. Oh yeah, pushing through and streaming tonight. Might have been a mistake, but we're gonna try. I might just be really quiet. I don't want to. I like talking, but we might. So alrighty here. Do the quick start of stream stuff here. We are Frag Force, a charity gaming team here on Twitch and elsewhere, playing games and helping kids in North America. Nope, I can't do it. I'm just gonna real quick say I'm Morinder. I'm raising for the Anna and Robert H. Lurie Children's Hospital in Chicago, which I don't know the veracity of it, but I heard that they got hacked or something recently, and that is just shitty. Pardon my French. Like, it's a hospital. It's not just a hospital, it's a kids' hospital. Like, if that is true, those people should just be downright ashamed of themselves. So now more than ever, it probably would be pretty darn useful if you have a little extra to give, to give to Extra Life. Like I said, you use the link that I've linked in chat. It goes to the Anna and Robert H. Lurie Children's Hospital of Chicago, who I raise for. I've actually gotten contacted by them to potentially try and do more to make our fundraising more effective, considering I have currently failed to raise any money aside from my own donation. I don't know what to do about that, but we'll try. Oh, hey Luthien. Sorry, I was looking at Discord for the spiel, and I didn't notice the chat. But let's actually get to the game proper, shall we? Hopefully OBS switches over appropriately. Yay, it did. But how you doing, Luth? Hope you're feeling well. Hope Avum's feeling well. Force Lux, you are lurking somewhere, if I am correct. So, before we started this is going to be a fresh run of Fallout 4 with the main game tweaking. Yeah, see, I really need to change it so that the main screen is not what I stream from. Instead, it's the game window. But I was having issues with that. So, surprise, if you chat in Steam, your chat goes to the world. Please don't be a Mark Watney about it and post boobs. I don't want to get banned by Twitch. But if you chat in the Twitch chat, if that's viable for you, I know you might be in a position to only chat via Steam. I keep that open on another screen. You injured your throat again. No, bad Luthien. Bad. That makes it hard to do D&D if you can't talk. Of course, it makes it hard to stream if you can't talk, and here I am stressing my throat a little. But we'll see. I won't overdo it. If I feel like I need to stop, I will. But anyways, I'll go in a little more depth to the playthrough we're about to do. But first, I thought we'd take a look at the Creation Club. It's not something that I've done much with, because I don't particularly feel like giving them money for stuff that I can get for free. To be fair, that's a bit of a crap way to look at it, considering these mod authors do a lot of work. But, I don't know, the way they've gone about it is not the best. Although I don't know if there's a better way. But I thought we'd take a look and see what we have. So, got this Lunar New Year bundle. I think my problem with it is usually it costs so much for so little. Like, it's just a bunch of skins. Like, it's not new weapons, new armor, new what have you. It's just skins. What? Oh, yes, that's a good point. Why buy silly little skins when you can donate to Extra Life? I think you might have accidentally a word there in your thing. I think your cats are upset that your life had gotten busy. I don't know that they're dead that your life had gotten busy. That I don't remember you being absolutely devastated, and I think you would be if one of the kitties was dead. So, oh, I was gonna look at more than just one. Gunners versus Minutemen sounds interesting. So why did it? There we go. Join the fight to retake Quincy along the Minuteman. Features 3 unique power armor paint variants, and some quests. Okay. I wonder if that lets you make Quincy into a sad. Yes, that makes more sense. Sad or upset was what I was figuring. I don't know. The fact that it actually gives you some Minutemen versus Gunners action is kind of neat. Tunnel Snakes rule. So you get the original 10mm pistol design. Have a good one. You sleep well. Feel better. Let Avum know I say hi. Tell Avum to message me back about the important thing that he needed to talk to me about. Like we were supposed to sort that out and finish that last week. Yeah, it's a little more difficult. You're not wrong. Not gonna lie. If I couldn't get it through other means, a Tunnel Snake DLC would be kind of awesome. Manual rifle. That seems kind of neat. That's what I'm talking about. Like a new gun. That's cool. A bunch of Slocum Joe's stuff. I bet that's probably similar to the stuff from 76. Yeah. I recognize that power armor paint job from 76. That does not surprise me that they're recycling some of the stuff. I mean, that makes sense. I don't necessarily like it, but it makes sense. Let's see. Capital Wasteland Mercenaries. Oh yeah, this is when you can go. I've seen this mod. You can go back to the Capital Wasteland to the GNR and do a little quest. Lets you sort of see what happened to Three Dog. Not like super, but a little bit. I think I got this for free because I know I did not spend money on pink paint. Bunch of fence stuff. Ooh. Virtual workshop. That's interesting. But, like, as much as I like building workshops, I like it when it matters in the game. So new weapons. Ooh. The CR74L combat rifle. Interesting. That would be kind of neat. Anti-material rifle. I think that's from a previous game, or at least it feels familiar. Now, this is the kind of gun that I'm not so thrilled at when they add it, where it looks super modern and doesn't quite fit the aesthetic. But arguably, the sniper rifle, when you fully upgrade it, kind of does that. So, okay. Oh, that's right. This is in the creation store. Basically lets you literally have a suit of power armor as a companion. It's got a neat little quest. Alright. So that's a neat little look at that. So, I think I can look at most of my add-ons here. Nope, that's add-ons, not mods. Here we go. So I'll give you a little look at what I've got. Actually, nah. I think I'd rather just play. So, long story short, the TLDR of the game, and we're about to hit our supposed start time of 11, so that's kind of perfect. In fact, I'll talk while the game loads. That's cool. That's cool. As long as you're enjoying and watching. I was just letting you know that your chat would come up on stream if you did Steam chat. That's all. If you don't care, then it doesn't matter to me. I don't have anywhere near enough consistent viewers to make my metrics matter in any of the other ways. So, the add-in, the mod that we're playing is called Sim Settlement 2, and it basically turns your settlements into a little bit of a more of a Sims game, in a way. Well, hello, Avum. Nerd says hi indeed. Nerd says hi back. Just a reminder, anybody chatting to me on Steam, your chats are going to show on the stream because I'm a lazy bum and I haven't fixed my streaming of certain games so that they don't go through just the main monitor. Of course you can say hi in multiple places. I don't doubt it. I will be less than shocked if I get a hello on my phone here in just a moment, which now that I've said it, I most certainly will. So, the Sims Element 2 mod adds basically an entire new main quest line. Obviously, you still, to some degree, have to do the main quest line, but it adds a lot of settlement development, a lot of new ways to do it. I won't reveal any like spoilers in it because it's some of the ways it does it surprised me when I saw them. But yeah, a lot of new NPCs, new quests, new factions. There's at least 3 or 4 different new factions. A lot of expanding on some of the factions. The Gunners are the main bad guy. That's not really a surprise. But it expands on the Gunners quite a bit. So it's, you know, it's a fun game in the first place. Well, at least I have always enjoyed Fallout 4. And Sims Element 2 is just, you know, a lot of extra spices and filling onto the delicious pie that was Fallout 4 in the first place. That metaphor did not work super well, but I think you can all follow. Obviously, if you didn't like Fallout 4 in the first place, I don't think Sims Element 2 is going to change your mind. But, yep, there's the text. But it, you know, if you liked Fallout 4, you're gonna like Sims Element 2, I think. Now, I have added on a few other things. Backpacks. I love backpacks. I hate being over encumbered. Now, obviously, backpacks don't remove over encumbrance, but it does make it a lot easier to manage. I am playing on survival, so ammo has weight, and I will need food and drink, and I can get sick, and I'll need to rest. Can't fast travel, so I figured some compensation is due in things like backpacks. Because, you know, I play survival to make it a little more challenging. I don't play survival to make it unpleasant. Oh.
It's the war.
I think the opening is almost over, and I basically told you the gist of what I got going on. Like I said, a few more add-ons. The one that lets you have both dog meat and a companion, the way the game originally intended. Some visual stuff, better body graphics, meshes, outfits, things like that. So hopefully I haven't added anything too game-breaking. And by all means, everybody watching, if you see something that seems like it breaks the game or makes it far too easy, call it out. I will happily remove it probably, because I'm not looking to cheese my way through the game. In fact, I removed a mod before starting tonight that gave you a player home in Concord that was just filled to the brim with resources. And I'm just like, this is stupid. Like, it had some quests and stuff with it that I thought looked neat and I wanted to try it, but I didn't want the easy mode that it gave me in that house. And I could have dumped the stuff, but if it starts you out like that, I didn't think it boded well for the mod as a whole. Plus, it actually conflicted with this. It took the place of a shop that was supposed to be there, and I didn't even realize it. So, let's make our survivor, shall we? Now, I usually try to keep it simplish. I could go with that. That's not bad. It doesn't really matter if it's unique. I mean, everybody that's played and all the silly faces that have been made over the years. Top knot. Yeah, that's true. Random button. Problem is, I don't remember how to do the random button. Like, this happens every time I start the game. Like, I don't remember how to enter into the like specific sections Oh, here, this is it. That's right. Excuse me. So, I don't know if I can do like a proper, just random for the face. I feel like there should be a way though, right? Oh, I'm too tired for this to figure it out. All right, let's figure out the hair. I mean, it is Bethesda. They have issues with doing some common sense things sometimes. You know that. Colonial pompadour. Some of these are kind of amusing. No, no, no. That's. I was in the military. I was neat and well kept, and I am definitely in the wrong place for neat and well kept, aren't I? Yeah. I think I've somehow. Okay, here we go. That's a 9 to 5. We could go dapper.
It's really working for me.
I was, getting into speeches and things. Maybe professor's the way to go. Yeah, let's go professor. Facial hair. I was a professor, so probably not too much. I was pretty well off. Honestly, that kind of reminds me of House from Fallout New Vegas. I think I'll go with that. Yeah. That strikes me as a military man. Honestly, I don't feel like doing much more with it. It looks okay. That is a perfectly acceptable survivor. A lone wanderer. Whatever. Soul survivor. That's Fallout 4. Soul survivor. Let's do it. Let's go with that. Alright. Turn up a little bit because we've got some stuff going on.
Good morning, sir. Your coffee. 173.5 degrees Fahrenheit.
That is some hot coffee. No, thank you.
Grognak the Barbarian in the Jungle of the Bat Babies. My favorite.
This house looks pretty nice when it's not. I mean, yeah. These days, you can have sillier beards as a professor than you once probably could have. But, this was in America that was a little more prim and proper in a lot of ways.
Good old USA.
This is really kind of funny that, oh god. I heard the baby cry in the game, and I thought it was my kid. I was about to go, I'm sorry, I have to get up for a moment and see why the child is awake. Oh boy. Can't go to the door yet. I don't remember what exactly I have to do to trigger the next step. I mean, there's a Voltec sitting right out there. I mean, yeah, it's not the best of matches, but they liked to seem prim and proper and all hoity-toity back in the 50s, 60s, which is what Fallout universe kind of emulates. I think a lot of ways, if you've seen Pleasantville, which you've seen a lot of movies, so it's hard for me to guess sometimes if you've seen something or not. If you've seen Pleasantville, it's that kind of idea. That's what Fallout 4 wants to be. I did just hear some sort of loud noise from upstairs. Hoping that was not, in fact, my prediction of it being the kiddo coming true. That would be unfortunate.
I'll be switching up the force later.
Like, do I stay in here until Nora comes?
Hey, Codsworth.
Don't worry about the dishes. That's my job.
Or, nope. We're at the point with this. Again, it's what they wanted to be, and it's what Fallout 4 kind of models itself after. You are absolutely right. It's not really what the whole of America was.
Vault Tech? Remind me again?
Why, we're about you, sir. Helping secure your future.
But,
You see, Vault-Tec is the
yeah,
foremost builder
and you're
of
not wrong.
state-of-the-art
That was
underground
definitely
hideout
the kind of fictional face that America had
luxury
for
accommodations
white,
where you
middle
can
class,
live
and
out the
up
horrors of
Americans.
nuclear devastation.
Everybody else,
You can't
not so
begin to
much.
know how happy I am to finally speak with you. I've been trying for days. It's a matter of utmost urgency, I assure you.
Yeah, pretty much.
Then I'm glad you caught up with me.
Oh, me too.
I don't know. I'm now looking at this guy's face, and I kind of hate it.
Now, I know you're a busy
Like,
fellow,
I'm
so
seeing
I
him
won't take
talk,
up much of your
and I'm
time.
seeing the mustache kind of move, and I
I
don't know. I'm now slightly regretting this face.
I'm here today to tell you that because of your family service to our country, you have been pre-selected
So,
for entrance
again, for those who have not played Fallout 4 or are less familiar with it and the Fallout universe, my family has been selected to take part in the shelter program known as run by Vault-Tec. I will be given a bunk in one of the underground bunkers known as vaults. Specifically, I will be housed in Vault 111. And it is meant to be someplace safe where you can survive until the land is recovered enough for people to go out and repopulate and rebuild. I just requested via certain means a movie called Operation Napoleon that looked interesting. Have you seen that?
But there's room for my entire family, right?
Of course, of course. Miner's your robot, naturally. In fact, you're already cleared for entrance. It's just a matter of verifying some information.
Yes, 11D1 is a fun number.
In the unforeseen
It's
event,
perhaps not the best vault, though. You'll find out. I won't spoil anything other than it's not the best.
No, I can't.
Says
wait
it
to
doesn't
look at
affect anything. I'll be sarcastic here. Alright, so now I get to allocate my special points. So I have 21 points, and this is what allows me to build my character, to define it for what I do. Now, it has been a long time since I played Fallout 4, so I don't actually remember what's the best build. And obviously, as you play, you can tweak it. Every level up, you can add another point in a stat. So if you didn't put enough points in the stat for something you want, because the number of points in a stat is what determines what skills you have access to, although some are also level locked. So as you level up, you can correct build deficiencies if needed. But it's nice to start off with certain things, and I don't necessarily remember what it is that I need to start off with. I like typically going rifle builds, which is perception, so we'll at least put a bit in perception. What is the name? That's a good question. I usually go with my handle, Morinder, but do I want to do that for this one, or do we want to do something different? Oh, Bob. Just Bob. No. And specifically no, because I'm currently watching the playthrough of Sim Settlement 2 from John over at Many a True Nerd. Great channel. Hardly endorse everybody to go watch it. It's fun. He's a delightful fellow. Or Bob Just. Ugh. Some days, sir. Some days. But his character is named Mayor Bob. And as funny as Bob is, it's too close to his. So I'm not going to go that route. Yeah. We use Bob a lot. So I think I'm going to go with Zenfarin. Hold on. How do I spell this last name that I'm trying to think of? Yes, you're indeed unhelpful to a fault, but that is fine. It is amusing, and I love it. Okay, here's a special one that'll work, because I think we're going to make him Polish. He's got an odd first name for a Polish person, but he's Polish. Maybe some Irish in there. He's a bit of a ginger. All right, so Zenfarin Wokolski. What kind of person are you, Zenfarin Wokolski? I think we want just a little bit of intelligence. You were a military man, so, you know, you weren't the smartest. You're a bit of a brick. Oops. Okay, so we'll go like 3 points of intelligence, because I think that unlocks gun nut. This is all about settlements and stuff, so I think I will go a little high on charisma. You were a dashing, dapper man. I'd like some perception for those rifles. Yes, the one you know looks a little bit different, although they both have red hair. Agility is great for action points, so we'll have at least a little bit of strength. A little bit of endurance. We'll have to leave luck to be. Yeah. So we're kind of all-roundish build with a little bit more charisma, a little bit more perception and agility, pretty average strength and endurance, a little on the low side of intelligence, and not very lucky. I did get drafted after all, so not super lucky. Oh, excuse me one moment. I'm going to shift where my microphone is. And I'm going to burp into the microphone and knock over a bottle of pills. A real class act here at the Conclave. Alright, so now that I've shifted a little bit, I think that's what we're going to go with for the build.
Wonderful. That's everything. Just gonna walk this
All right.
to the vault.
Now we send him on his way,
Thanks again.
and it's time for us
Peace of mind. That's worth a little paperwork, right?
to get the game going.
No price is too high.
Good answer.
I have my moments.
While I'm waiting for the game to progress, I did see that somebody had responded to me.
He refuses to calm down. I think he needs someone
Probably after some poking from Luthien.
You heard Codsworth.
No, that was just yet another poke when you were saying hello. You bum. You bum. Alright. We'll do the mobile again, maybe. Nope. We'll just play with Sean.
How are the two most important men in my life doing? Spin the mobile a bit.
Oh, it just popped my back a little bit. That was something. Do I pick up Sean at this point? No. It's a shame that Nora doesn't get to stick around very long.
Much better now, huh? Listen, after breakfast, I was thinking we could head to the park for a bit. Weather should hold up.
Will it be like that night in the park a year ago?
Sir, Mom,
Oh, there's no payoff for that sarcasm.
Codsworth? What's
That,
wrong?
that's no fun. Alright, here it is.
Yes, followed by flashes, blinding flashes, sounds of explosions. We're trying to get confirmation.
What?
We seem to have lost
What did
contact
he
with our
say?
affiliate stations. We
no.
do have coming in. That's confirmed reports. I repeat, confirmed reports of nuclear detonations in New York and Pennsylvania. My God.
Oh my god.
We need to get to the vault. Now!
Aw, but you'll miss the explanation of what the vaults are really like. Alright, now I run with no regard to my children. Zinfarin first and foremost. There's a green suitcase there. I should try to remember if it's there when I come back. I'm so far ahead of my wife and baby. This game's just silly sometimes. So, for those of you familiar with the game will notice that it looks a bit more vibrant and colorful. That is due to some of the mods I have added that make it more colorful.
Excuse me.
And he just got turned away.
Step forward, otherwise return.
We need to get in. We're on the list.
Infant,
That's true, you can watch the replay.
adult female.
Sleep well.
Okay, go ahead.
Alright, I've been let in. Time to leave my wife and child behind again as I go and get myself saved. Look at all these beautiful vehicles. They're not going to be beautiful when we next see them. Spoiler alert. Alright. One of the best scenes in the game.
Almost there. We're gonna be okay. I love you.
Not likely.
Hold on.
Now, I've not looked it up, but I bet you anything there's a video about how the people on that lift going down when that happened absolutely did not survive. Like, that blast was too close, too hot. I could be wrong, but I feel like, you know, the for dramatic effect of having it, you know, go over right as we got there is a death sentence in reality. Who knows? If I remember, maybe I'll look it up and, you know, mention it the next time, because, spoiler alert, for the foreseeable future, we are streaming this game.
We left a minute later.
So,
No, we don't get caught up thinking about that. You're safe now. Everyone just
here we are at the vault. One of the things that slightly annoys me is look at how deteriorated this vault is already. Like, you would think this would still be pretty pristine and brightly painted, but it already looks pretty cruddy. Like, and honestly, I think that's just sloppy development work, or cut corners, or what have you. Like, look at that. That's rusty, and like, this is how it's gonna look after we emerge in the future. Like, it already looks the way that it will then. I mean, I could be wrong. Maybe they just figured, you know, it's already been around a while they prepped for,
What now?
you know. I guess that's true. They didn't know when this was going to happen, so it could have been around quite a bit.
This is our new home.
If I recall correctly. No. I haven't put on our outfit. Oh, oops.
What if they didn't
I forgot to talk to the dude.
Hey, just this way.
Oh. As he does the lovely Bethesda pop into existence where it needs to be for the script.
Sir,
We've lost everything.
How long
All right.
will we be down here?
Oh, we'll be going
So, you
over
know,
all that in
a little foreshadowing here. You'll notice that this vault doesn't exactly look like the epitome of luxury, which, you know, people with spots in the vault were promised that they'd be able to continue their lives nearly uninterrupted.
Excuse me.
Just
And it
and put
doesn't
your
look
vaults
terribly
away.
nice. But he says, you know, we'll get to go to the better area once we've gotten into these decontamination chambers.
Sean's acting up.
I'm sure he's not up to anything. Oh, look, I'm also magically in my new outfit. Ah, the wonders of video game logic and
Before we head deep.
scene skipping. I wouldn't have killed him to do a little bit more to... Like, if they're gonna have this long of an opening, at least fluff it out a bit so that it's not missing key things that make it look weird to break immersion. But that's Bethesda for you. I mean, I love the game. I love them, but they have issues. Oh, look at that. This decontamination chamber appears to be freezing me. That's a little weird. Alright, key vanilla main plot point coming up here. I'll mute myself for a moment. Gasp! My wife! She's been killed! Alright. So, obviously, that was a pretty important scene there. My wife has been murdered by that bald-headed buttface. My son has been kidnapped. And I am now waking up at some indeterminate time in the future after having been frozen. Nice touch putting emphasis on the wedding ring right there. And the vault is telling me that things have gone wrong. So, first things first, let's get my wife out of there. Or at least see what's going on. Oh, Nora, we barely knew you. And what do? I loot the wedding ring. I vow vengeance and I loot the wedding ring. And everybody else...
Why would Vault-Tec do this?
appears to be dead. Why would Vault-Tec do this? That's a very good question. So,
Hello?
spoilers.
Anyone?
They were lying when they said that their main goal was to save as many people as possible. But we'll probably find out more as we go along. So let's see. Monitoring terminal. What do we got here? Cryogenic array is offline. That's not great. That's why everybody died. Life support's offline. Pod occupancy status. Empty, I think. Yeah, I think that was just always empty. And then everybody else is deceased. Also, just like, how unlikely is it that a cryopod would allow for 2 occupants and one of them being a baby? Like, I get it, video game, and you know, I'm willing to sustain disbelief and so forth, but it's just like, no, if we ever do get cryogenics working properly in the real world, which so far not looking likely, that would not be a thing that would happen. Nighty night, sir. Honestly thought you had gone to bed when Luthien went to bed. But I will catch you another time. I myself am probably only going to stay up for another 10-20 minutes. I think I want to push it to an hour, and then I'm going to give my throat a rest and go to bed. But you have a good one, sir. Alright, there's another terminal. Is there anything interesting on this one? No, it's just all the same, and it's different people from our neighborhood, and they, again, are all dead via asphyxiation. So, you know, I am using a little bit of knowledge of the fact that I've played this before, and knowing that there's no, like, secret, interesting thing if I check every entry. Like, they're all dead. They're all dead due to, oh, I don't know what mod tells me what's in it like that, but I'm not sure I like it. Like, it's nice to know what's in things that you're picking up. And right now we have no crafting materials at all, so we will take all the loot. Honestly, didn't even think there was loot in this room, so we'll double check these shelves back here that I ignored. Okay. But I might skip a few things that just, you know, I don't know, or that I know are nothing. Exit zone. Inaccessible. Like, I knew this wasn't the way to go, but I couldn't remember why that was the... Alright, stencil for Vault 111. That's added by some mod, maybe even Sim Settlement, but I don't know what it's used for off the top of my head. Alright, our first sign that things are a little bit different now, because that was a bloody huge cockroach. So it wants me to go that way, is you know... welcome to the chat, Pursudo Possum. I think I got that right. No, this is not my first time playing Fallout 4. I have played a lot. I've never fully 100% beaten the game. I always kind of stop right near the end. Part of it because I don't like ending the other factions. Like, I kind of want them all to live, and I know that's, you know, that's not how it works. But it has been a while. I haven't played it in probably a good 2 to 3 years with any sort of consistency. And it is my first time doing a full, fresh playthrough of Sim Settlement 2 and some other add-ons that I've added. So, there's a lot in this that I won't know, but there's at least a little bit that I do. But honestly, this playthrough is more for the stuff that I don't. The main quest, the vanilla things, are stuff I'm going to do and that I'll have fun doing, but they're not as important to... Like, they're not as much of the reason why I wanted to play. So, alright. Vault 111 security instructions. Confidential. Security eyes only. Oh, that sounds important. Vault 111 is designed to test the long-term effects of suspended animation on unaware human subjects. Oh, so this is why they lied to us. This was a test. And, spoiler alert, we will find this out later in the game, but, you know, most of the people that come to watch this will probably have seen some Fallout at some point. That's what most of the vaults were. Most of the vaults in the Vault Tech network, what have you, were tests of some sort. There is a vault where they were testing cloning in Fallout 3. There's a vault where they were testing what happens if the water chip fails. You know, there's a lot of stuff. There were some control vaults where nothing went wrong, or at least nothing was designed to go wrong. Fallout 76 is an example of a vault that was specifically designed to actually do what they designed it to do. 25 years after people going in, it opened up, and you went out to try and rebuild the wasteland. But that is considered non-canonical since Fallout 76 is an MMO. Which is a shame. I think they could probably add it into canon with just kind of like a generic what happened that takes in no account of what you've done. But, you know. Oh, I didn't finish reading that. I'm sorry. I'm a little sick, Possum, so do you mind if I call you Possum? Your name's a little bit long, and my throat's a little bit sore. I'm still talking way more than I should, but yeah. Security staff are responsible for maintaining installation integrity. Oh, thank you for the follow. That's my first new follow in a while. Appreciate it. Oh, but I'm too tired and too sick. Totally threw my train of thought. Oh, whoops. I promise the game did not crash. I know it's Fallout. It's a thing to think of, but I opened up a different thing and, you know, the screen went blank. Sorry about that. Sir Farticus. You know what that makes me think of? It makes me think of Labyrinth and the Bog of Eternal Stench and the little knight that rides the dog. Like, obviously that was not his name, but it makes me think of that for some reason. Oh, God, I haven't seen that movie in a long time. I should show it to my kids. They probably haven't seen it. Probably not to the 2-year-old and the 4-year-old, though. It's kid-friendly to a degree, but I think they might get scared by some of the stuff. Honestly, some of it still creeps me out. Those friggin' heads getting tossed around everywhere. Well, I approve of your kids loving it. Another one I want to show my son at some point is The Goonies. But I started to show it to him, and then I remembered just how, like, 80s, 90s kid appropriate was versus nowadays kid appropriate. And I was like, you know what? We're going to give it, like, another year or two, and then we'll watch it. Well, I approve of that one as well. Good movies. Gotta love them movies. Technically, smidge before my time. I'm not quite 40, but I still grew up on them. Like, my mom did right by me. Showed me the good stuff. All right, back to the game that I'm failing at following. Under no circumstances are staff allowed to deviate from assigned duties. Insubordination or interference with vault operations are capital offenses. Security staff are authorized to use lethal force. Yeah, Vault Tech wasn't messing around. They wanted their tests done, and they were willing to kill people to do it, to cover it up, to do whatever they needed. They were not a nice corporation. Some people benefited from it, but not many. Operations protocol man. So this is just kind of stuff like, upon activation, people are supposed to report. They'll be responsible for sealing them in, that sort of thing. Nothing plot thing. Following nuclear event, they'll monitor and they'll give an all clear. And at the point of all clear, they get evacuated at the overseer's discretion. So, the idea was eventually we would be unfrozen and released once they got their test information. The mandatory shelter period, we were classified as a short-term assignment. So, it was, period 180 days, which, considering how close one of the nukes dropped, that was probably kind of unrealistic. Just a little bit. But, Vault-Tec wasn't too caring about what happened to their people, so not surprising. So, that's that. And then we got security logs, so we can find out what actually happened here. We've got 5 entries. Finally happened. The world's over. Barely got all the residents inside. Not everybody made it. Yeah, we saw that there was at least one empty berth. Now it's just us and the icebergs. That is rude, sir. I am a human. Also, when I was younger, I was a little chubby and I got called an iceberg. It was not very nice. Honestly, I'd forgotten that happened until I read that. Grade school kids are mean. I don't get it. Eggheads tried to explain to me that keeping them frozen is a big experiment for a better future or something. I don't know. It just doesn't seem right that we were smiling at them all the time before putting them on ice. Shouldn't we have told them something? See, might have called us icebergs, but at least he's kind of nice. Alright. December 25th, Christmas Underground. Got together with the rest of the security boys and support staff, had a party. Best gift that got it out was Fancy Lad snack cake that wasn't too stale. None of the scientists came. Overseer wasn't there either. I just don't get them. They hiding something from us? Another company secret only for the higher-ups? Absolutely. Vault-Tec had secrets within secrets within secrets. Whatever, just a few more months until the all clear is supposed to come through. Then we can start rebuilding. So let's see, it was 180 days, so that's 6 months? Yeah, 6 months. And it's been 2. Late October to late December. Now we come to March. We're getting closer to that release date. So that would be... Oh, March actually I think is about when they were supposed to be released. Yeah, only a few weeks left in the mandatory shelter period. Everyone's getting stir crazy. Some people are even saying the all clear signal's never coming. About that. We can't stay here much longer, that's for sure. It's not just the fact that I've been staring at the same break room and bunk bed for over 6 months. It's the fact that we only have enough food left for another few months at best. Tops. The overseer keeps telling everyone to be patient, focus on work. He's definitely keeping us out of the loop. Something bad is going on. I just know it. Your gut was very, very on the nose there. April 23rd. Main door accessing the vault exit is malfunctioning. Now the only way out is through the overseer's evacuation tunnel. So we'll talk about that tunnel when we get there. How convenient for him. He has one of the science team watching the door into his office at all times from a little makeshift checkpoint. Got invited to a meeting tonight. Support staffers and security only. Sounds like I'm not the only one with an axe to grind. Yep, that sounds right. Last entry. No all clear from Vault-Tec is coming. That is true. Vault-Tec is gone. Vault-Tec severely overestimated their ability to survive the end of the world. Although, you know, those familiar with earlier Fallout games know that they're not entirely gone. We need to leave. We're all but out of food. I almost murdered Stanley for dropping a damn salt cracker on the floor. A handful of us confronted the overseer about opening up the vault. I never knew a man that small could shout that loud. Now he's locked himself in his office along with the rest of the science staff. We're supposed to hand over any food, weapons, and medicine we have by tonight, or there's going to be consequences. I've talked to everyone. It's time. One way or another, we're getting out of this vault. I would also like to get out of this vault. Alright, that's everything on that. I've looted the room. Let's continue. Alright, nothing here. So, there is one of them big old cockroaches. Like I said, the world's a bit of a different place. We know that at least... And here's VATS. So VATS is the custom combat system that Fallout's kind of known for. It's basically, that's like Vault-Tec assisted targeting system.
Roaches.
So,
What the hell?
I get some water. Right now, our only weapon is this baton. Okay. Oh, what was I talking about? Oh yeah, we know from the logs that it's been at least like a year. Now, you know, a little bit of spoiler there. I am playing survival, so I will be taking every open or empty beer bottle that I can find, as I can turn that into purified water. Let's take a look at this recreation terminal. Vault-Tec Recreation Terminal. Overseer memo. Remember, use of the recreation terminal is a privilege. If work performance declines, this privilege may be revoked. Enjoy responsibly. Bit of a dictator he is. Top 10. QQQ at the bottom. And play tape. Loading holotape. So this is going to be some sort of game. Red Menace. Oh, it's a Donkey Kong ripoff. Alright. I do not have time to play that. So we are going to take the tape. And we are going to leave the game. So, some more ceramics, more empty bottles. Like, right now, basically, everything I can take, I should take. Because we're going to need it for all the stuff we have to do. And I'll fill a couple of the bottles right now. I don't need to fill them all. And now, I think there's maybe a little bit of loot in here. Actually, I might be wrong. So this obviously was the security officers' quarters or the support staffers. Like, you know, this is definitely the bunks of those lower on the totem pole. As you'll notice, there's no bodies. That always kind of bugged me. Like, there's very few bodies in the vault. Alright. And here, yeah, we get to see them get zapped. Alright. I'm gonna take that. Ow. Was not quick enough. And then, rad roaches are not great, but for the most part, I should be able to get them pretty easy. And we're only playing a survival run, not like a permadeath run, so I'm okay with being a little bit risky about it. Though we don't want to be too risky. Oh, pardon the squeaky. Needed to stretch a little bit. My chair is very squeaky. I was going to say, I think there's another one here, and there is. So yeah, even if they do get a hit on, doesn't do much. Now there it notes, adrenaline is increasing your damage. Stay awake and get more kills to increase the bonus. Sleeping will reset it. And that's very true. It will. I'm going to drink a little here just to get some health back. I don't need much, but it never hurts to top it off while you can. Alright. So this is the Overseer's office. Again, this is where I make the comment. Look at how few bodies there are. There's one there. And that's it. Like you would think if there was a mutiny, there'd be more bodies. Very much there is not. So we get our first gun, some ammo, Excuse me.
What happened here?
I was gonna say, don't think there's anything
Where
on
is
the
it?
skeleton. 111 records log. I don't remember this. Also does. Oh, I don't have a Pip-Boy yet. Like, it also doesn't seem to be working. Oh, the cryolator. That is a beast of a gun. If you come back to get it. Most people don't. A couple of stim packs. Yeah, they make sure that you've got everything you need to survive going out of the vault. And that's, I mean, it's neat, but... VaultNet Terminal Master. We cannot unlock that. Alright, so, Overseer instructions. What was the Overseer told? So, test for long term, staff will be on short term, under no circumstances suspension to be disrupted, even to save people's lives. And this is where it notes staff is expendable. Insubordination or attempts to evacuate prematurely are capital violations. Like, they were not joking. And here he talks about the cryolator. I've long dreamed of making cryogenic freezing available in a portable, on-demand form. The cryolator is my latest attempt. Thankfully, we're in no short supply of the chemicals and components I need to tinker with the prototype. It's a nice way to occupy the time. That's fair, and you certainly made it. That's all stuff we've seen before. Overseer's log. So let's take a look at this. Preparations. Orientations complete. All but a few have been enrolled. Several from Concord. Vault's ready to open. I can only imagine what wonders our residents will get to witness. The notion of leaping forward in time. I almost wish I could join them and see the promise of our future realized. Buddy, that's not what happens. That's not what happens. It happened. We were lucky that most of the staff was nearby when the early warning came through. We had less notice than expected, but only Nordhagen was missing when we sealed the entrance. Residents' admittance went smoothly. Everyone made it, even the family that waited until the last minute. I was worried there would be more suspicion, but things happened so fast for these people, they must have been too overwhelmed to question the pods. Bastard. Systems malfunction. Strange issues today with Pod C3. Subject appeared to be having heart palpitations. Nothing life-threatening, but unusual. We realized almost too late that the pod was malfunctioning. The cryogenic ray almost started thawing her out. We're not sure, but I suspect a hiccup in Vault-Tech's remote override systems may have sent out an errant signal. We'll have to keep an eye out. I only hope their systems are reliable once we evacuate the staff. That's right, I forgot about that. They weren't going to wake us up when they left. They were just going to leave us here, frozen. And Vault-Tech was going to remotely monitor and unfreeze us at some point, maybe? Probably not. They are Vault-Tech. But no all clear yet, even though we're nearing the end of the 100-day mandatory. Supplies are never designed to last. Despite my best efforts, people are beginning to question what we're doing. Your best efforts were not very good. People think we can just leave when the 100 days, 80 days are up. They're insane. The radioactive exposure would still be potent enough to fry one if the vault seals are breached that early. See? The whole point of the all-clear was to receive additional instructions from the main office. That's dumb. That's not what an all-clear is. But, again, Vault-Tech for you. I don't know what to do. I can't open the vault. I can't expect our supplies to last forever. I just... Hold on. Oops. There, I have to keep everything under control until the all-clear. I think I've actually skipped a little bit on some of these because I forgot to hit enter. Oops. My bad. Faction led by the security personnel have turned on me, demanding they be allowed to leave the vault. Idiots. I will not open the door to be irradiated to death out there. I'm consolidating the remaining supplies, putting the staff on lockdown. We're going to have to start prioritizing who deserves what little food we have left. I've been too damn generous with the rations. People don't like it. Well, that's fewer mouths to feed. Including yours. Because that was your last entry. And now we can open the evacuation terminal.
No
VaultNet Terminal Master. Huh.
Is this all that's left?
I don't think this terminal was here before. Or at least it wasn't what it is now? Because I don't remember there being... Unless that opens up... That might open up the cryolator. That's what that is. I could be wrong. I might look it up after stream. Oh, geez, we are an hour into the stream. I think at this point, I would like to get out of the vault to get a save down and then end the stream. I really didn't need to use that ammo, but oh well. We have 82 and 10mm ammo at least comes pretty frequently. I like shooting things. The gunplay in Fallout 4 is surprisingly good, all things considered. Alright, exit zone. That's one enemy. So the thing about Fallout 4 is there are more enemies if your brackets are kind of wibbling. So the fact that they are wibbling, yep, there it is, means there's another enemy. Now, I knew about it because I played it before, but I figured I'd teach you guys what it means. And that's it. No more wibbly. I do like how it opens this door as well. And you can't close it. Alright, let's get the Pip-Boy, because that gives us light, and then we can look over there for a little bit more loot, including some more 10mm ammo we just found. Told you. Ew, there was a bone in it. But again, lack of bodies. Now, the rad roaches would have eaten what didn't rot. That's fair. But the bones? And if they ate some of the bones, why not all the bones? So, oh, look at that. 64,000 RAM. Oh, it's just the ideas of what tech are like in this universe. It's just silly. Alright, let's open the vault door.
Vault door cycling sequence initiated. Please stand back.
For all its faults, there are definitely some moments in this game that are really cool. And ones like that, you know, are definitely some of them. A little more ammo. Nope. Know if there's anything down here. But see, looks exactly the same. Alright, maybe some of it's even more deteriorated, but still, a lot of it still looks the same. Alright, so here is where we get our first save and we can finalize our character. You know what? I did like his face at first, but it's grown on me. I think we're going to go with it. Alright. Let's do this. Get our first save and enter the Commonwealth Wasteland.
Thank you for choosing Vault Tech.
So I think we're going to call it there. My doggo needs to go out. It's midnight. I got things to do in the morning. Kids to take to school, groceries to pick up. I'm sick, and I really shouldn't be stressing my voice like I have been. But, you know, it's a lot of fun to start a new game, especially one that's, you know, both an old friend, but got some new stuff. So I was really excited to do that. For those of us new here, or for those of you who are new here, Force Lux and Possum, or at least new-ish, and that's presuming you're both even still here and awake. I'm currently streaming every day to start with. Like, I'm doing the every day of the year kind of challenge, and I'm doing it, oh look, one of the mods popped up with a, thing. which, you know, cool, I guess. We will leave it at the default. Anyways, there's where I came from. Wonder if we can see if that suitcase is there. I think it would have been right there, and no, doesn't look like it is. Brain. Alright. I'm streaming every day. I'm trying to shift over to streaming in the mornings for the most part, but I was really out of it this morning. And some mornings I have errands. So, on the mornings I do stream. It's probably going to be like somewhere in the range of 8 o'clock to 11 a.m. Somewhere in that window. It's a hard cutoff at 11 a.m. because I have to pick up my daughter from school. And it's not really ever going to start earlier than 8 a.m. because I'm dropping my daughter off at school. Weekends are probably going to be at night. Saturdays will be after 10 o'clock because I work until 10. Yeah, I work every day of the week. My life kind of sucks sometimes. It is what it is. We need the money, and it's far cheaper for my wife to stay home than for her to have a second job. So, and there are other issues with that I'm not going to go into on stream. So it's all agreed to. It's like, you know, I went into this situation willingly. Boy, I'm tired and sick. I'm blathering about things I really shouldn't be. Point being, Saturday, it's usually going to be after 10. Although if things go right and I wake up early enough, I could do it like 8 to 10. Sundays, it's usually going to be after 7. Depends on what me and the wife have in mind. Could be 10 o'clock, could be 7 o'clock, just sometime after 7. Monday through Friday. Thursdays currently are straight out for evening streams, so that'll always be in the morning, but it'll be a short one because I have to go into the city afterwards. The rest of the days, like I said, we're trying to do mornings a lot more often in the window between when I drop my daughter off and when I pick her up, because then I take over the kids for the missus and she gets to do her own things. So like we kind of trade off halves of the morning there, but it's still very, very loosey-goosey because we're bad at this. So on that note, I'm going to go ahead and quit. This will give us an exit save, so we will start right back here when we stream tomorrow. Tomorrow, like I said, I've got kiddos and then I've got groceries. So tomorrow's stream, if it's in the morning, will probably be after 11. Maybe an hour of stream between 11 and 1. We'll see. Otherwise, it'll be in the evening again. And yeah, it's been great streaming for you tonight. Like I said, it's nice to go back to a game, both familiar and a little new. So, I'll leave it at that.